Hello and very welcome to our first Wechsler Consulting Cloud News episode in 2021. I'm your host Alexander Wechsler with some of the latest news around Azure and Azure IoT. Let's jump right in. As usual in the cloud news, we're going to have some Azure talk, what happened in the new year in the first few weeks, and after that we're going to jump right into focus topic, which this time is Azure IoT Hub device management. The largest source of news in the new year was Microsoft Ignite. So let's have a look what's happened there. The first thing that caught my eye was a new push into the ubiquitous centralized computing direction, which was made by Microsoft. And that's quite interesting because over the past few years, we've been centralizing everything on the cloud. Now the pendulum swings back and we're decentralizing a lot of the computing capabilities again to make them more flexible. And that certainly is an interesting development. We're going to have central as well as local intelligence playing well together. And by doing this, Microsoft is trying to democratize the Internet of Things, as they are naming it, which means they want to make it easier and barrier-free to build sophisticated IoT solutions in a combined centralized as well as decentralized approach. One of the main pillars to achieve this is IoT plug-and-play, a very interesting technology I've been speaking about already in one of the past episodes of Wechsler Consulting Cloud News. So this technology is certainly worth a look, and it's also heavily leveraging digital twins. And the next large topic pushed at Ignite was the empowerment of creatives and innovators, which by now is more strategic. There are not so many real products behind that, but it's certainly interesting to understand that Microsoft promises to enhance the support for innovators and creators. And that's especially important if you're speaking about virtual reality, to support these new technologies with new tools, new assets and frameworks is certainly a good approach. So what we're going to see is better tools and assets from Microsoft. They also want to create more and better opportunities for people. Therefore, it's certainly a good idea to follow these efforts and see what the future will bring us here. Another technology heavily pushed during Ignite was Microsoft Mesh, which enables augmented reality experiences in a very professional and high-class approach. These solutions still need some effort, but the results are quite stunning if you're able to repair a car and have the online handbook in your HoloLens available to get advice and help at the very point in reality where you need it. Our focus topic in this episode is device update for IoT Hub. And that's really a long-awaited functionality for IoT Hub because it means being able to manage your devices in field over the air. And that's a very important functionality for any project or solution. Therefore, let's have a closer look. Device update for IoT Hub is in preview. The device updates are transferred via agents. That's normally the way device management systems work. Therefore, you need to have an agent for your operating system or your device. The agents enable over-the-air updates, and they do this even cached, which is a huge benefit if you're in a network which doesn't have a reliable network connection. They are also available for several standard OSs, including Windows, Linux, Azure Sphere, and real-time operating systems. But they are also open source, and that's a good thing if you need to port the agent to your embedded device or your embedded operating system. By supporting IoT plug and play, Microsoft did a very smart move to integrate this into the plug and play effort for devices. And this really enables some very, very interesting scenarios, because by leveraging IoT plug and play, you gain a lot of compatibility between different kinds of devices. You have your device specification laid down in the IoT plug and play model. Therefore, other vendors, other consumers, other customers are able to work with this documentation to be compatible to your devices or your backend solution. Device update also supports device update workflows. You can specify different actions, for example, to install, download and apply your update package. A must-have is also reporting. You always need to be aware if you do an update to a device, if it was successful or not. Therefore, it's absolutely required that you have back-channel reporting to see what happened to the update and in which state your devices are now. And of course, you have different management options, for example, to cancel updates, which gives you a granular control into the update workflow. Especially if you have larger groups of embedded devices out in the field, it's very important to be able to target those devices. And here Microsoft is providing grouping and querying capabilities, which enables you to group devices to get certain updates and also to query those devices as needed on their update or overall device status. And this, of course, makes this solution quite capable and complete. What else happened at Wechsler Consulting? We had several new blog posts this year. The first one is Model Your World with Digital Twins, which gives some insights on how to model your real world in the digital world with the help of digital twins. And the second blog post is about Azure IoT Hub endpoint filter, and here it's time to upgrade. So if you're using the old endpoint filter, go update and take the new one. It's certainly more secure, more reliable, and much more faster. That's it for this episode. I hope you find the information useful. If there are any questions, please leave a message below. Thanks a lot and goodbye from Alexander Wechsler.